Hi, this is Pat from the Crystal Lake Public Library, and today I'm going to show you how to create your own hand-woven basket from a magazine. Supplies needed are a magazine. You'll need 6 pages taken from the magazine. You'll need a scissors, and if you don't have a scissors, if you've got one of these paper cutters, these are great too. You'll need a ruler and a pencil. In addition, you'll need tape, or you can use glue dots if you prefer. So you're going to start with your 6 pages. You're going to measure 3 lines that will divide your page into 3 equal strips. Once you've measured that, you'll cut them so that you wind up with 18 strips. These 18 strips are going to be folded. You're going to take it, you're going to fold it in half, long ways, and then in half to the center, and then half to the center, and then fold your half again. So that way any of your rough edges will be inside. You won't even see them. So you're going to do that with all 18 of your strips. Once you've done that, you're going to take your strips and divide them into 3 piles. You'll have 10 strips, you'll have 5 strips, and then you'll have 3 strips. The 3 strips you're going to divide in half. This is about 10.5 inches, so that would make it 5 1/4. It doesn't have to be that exact, but you'll do that with all of your 3 strips. Then you'll take your 5 strips and open them up, and then take one of your half strips, open it up, and overlap them about 1/2 inch, and then tape them together, and then fold them to the center, and then half again. So now you've got 1 long strip. You'll do that with all 5 of your strips. And once you've done that, set them aside. And now you're going to work with your 10 strips. Start with 2, cross them, then take your next strip, and if this one was on top of that one, this one's going to be below. And this is your classic basket weave pattern. So this one is going to be below and on top. You're aiming to weave this into the center and keep each of these sides even. I wouldn't worry too much about it as you're doing it. You'll straighten them out when you're finished. Okay. And it's easy to get this confused. Just kind of maybe check it each time you put one in there, because sometimes one will get missed. This one is above, so this one's below. Okay, you can see how slippery they are. That's just the kind of material it is. Okay, we'll do another. So now I have 5 this way. I'm going to get my last 2 the other direction. Okay, there's that. And then finally, and then once you finish them all, now you're going to try and move them to the center. so that it's a nice tight weave. And you also want these ends to be even. You'll need to play with it a little bit, but that works. That's fine. Once you've got them all even, they're going to look a bit like this. These measure, I believe it's about 3.5 on each side. So I have them all straight, tightly woven. Once I've got that, then I just take a little bit of tape and put it on each of the junctures there. Now, this is our base, the bottom of our basket. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create the sides or the walls. For that, we're going to take our longer pieces that we've created already, and we're going to do the same thing. So if this one was on the inside, now it's going to be on the outside. Okay. And what we're going to do is, where we have our join here, we're going to just tape that on there. Okay, so now we're going to lift this up. We're going to fold it at the corner, and now we're going to go to this side. So this one was on the outside, so now this one has to be on the inside. Outside, inside, outside, inside. Okay, and then you're going to take that, and you're going to fold it here. Okay, and what we can do is, just to kind of keep it there, we can just put a little piece of tape on it. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. This was out, so this one has to be in. And here I'm going to make sure I've creased that to make my corner. Okay, and I can put a little piece of tape on one of these just to kind of hold it. Okay, and then I'm going to take that, I'm going to crease it at the corner. This was in, so that means that's out, in, out, in, and here we go. They meet. Now we're going to tape them together. And now you have your first row. Doesn't look too much like a basket yet, but it will. Now you're going to continue doing that. You're going to add another long strip on to the next row, and you're going to follow the same thing, just going opposite of whatever it was before. Here's the second row. That's what it's going to look like. Sometimes they'll come through. You're just going to pull it through just to be straight, okay? Okay, so that's the second row. Then you're going to continue on. You're going to add another long strip for a third row, and then another one for a fourth row, so that you get something that looks like this. Now at this point, you have options. You could just trim these ends off if you wanted to. What I like to do is, if it's on the inside, I'll fold it to the outside. Outside, I fold it to the inside, and so on, and go all the way around, because I think that's going to add a little strength. And then once I've done that, I'll wind up with something like this, because I've taped them down. And then I take my last strip, my last long strip, and I'll open it up. And then I'm going to place it over, inside and out. And then you can tape it down on the inside. Once you've got it all kind of situated, you can also take small pieces of tape and roll them and put them on the outside to hold it. That way it's not seen. Okay, so then you'll have a basket that looks something like this. Now, there's lots of different ways, lots of different materials you can use for baskets. Here's one that's made from notebook paper. Very simple. It's little. Then we have some made from scrapbooking paper. You can get lots of colors, lots of designs for scrapbooking paper. And here's one even made from a paper bag. And this one, notice that I did more than 5. I did 7, so you get a bigger container that way. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at the Crystal Lake Library.